Have you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
I'm coming. What you just said now, I want to put it on record on my own honor.
No words today. Oh my God! The only God fix it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I have not seen this level of stupidity in my life. Jesus, Nigerians, if you want to know the amount of mess you are in as a country, please go and watch this interview of Daniel Bwala. Hey! This integrity, what we dey talk, it's not cheap, oh. If you see who gets integrity, hold on with your, it's not cheap, oh. They are legit repeating his words. The things he said before Tinubu appointed him, they are repeating it to his face. And our guy is feigning ignorance. Our guy is saying, I'm not aware. Our guy is saying it's not me. He did deny himself. Shout out to that journalist. Hi. We can't count up to 10 journalists like that in Nigeria. What am I saying 10? We cannot count up to 3. That will sit you down and drill you with the facts. If you fight talk, that say it's still rude, shut up your mouth. Guys, if you have not watched the interview, you have not watched, you know where Mosmi, now when they ask him, say, are you okay for someone who is criminally indicted of transferring back about $163 million something? Are you okay with the person being appointed by the president of your country to be in charge of the nation's budgets? That person went thief only. Are you okay with a thief, Olori Buruku, being in charge of your country's budget? And he said, did he thief from Nigeria? Hey, I must see Jesus, Daniel Bwala, APC, now Google kill all of that. APC is a cancer. It's not a cancer that one person can fight. You listen to them, you realize that these people are not in touch with reality. The other day, na Sheilo and Zekeri. Yesterday, na Bwala and this Oyiboma. Reno Makuri go to you. Guys, now fight go save Nigeria. We need to chase these dogs. Dog is a word. That is an insult to even the dog family. We need to chase these demons out of our system. Maybe I'll put a clip or two on my story so you go and listen. You go cringe. You see all these things what they complain about? Insecurity, hunger, everything they're complaining about. These people are legit laughing at us. You don't get where I touch them. You need to watch this interview. God forbid.
Strengthening democracy.
Tinubu and his people created a militia, Daniel. Who said those words?
Tinubu brought in leadership,
I'll ask you third time.
To governance.
Tinubu and his people created a militia. Who said those words?
Tinubu and his people never created the militias.
So why did you say they did on January 22nd, 2023?
I never said that.
The candidate of all progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, and his people created a militia. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria we're seeing a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Does he have a militia that tried to kill you?
He doesn't have. I never said he tried to kill me.
I myself have received threats from him and his camp. Your words.
I never said that.
There is also this threat to life, and I can tell you that because I myself have received threats from Asiwaju and his camp.
You said it was so corrupt, the 2023 election, TINUBU'S win. You said that you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
And legitimate complaints were raised all over Nigeria. That part is what threw me off balance. In fact, I became so sick. For the past 3 days, I found it very hard eating food.
Tinubu is not just super rich. It's what he does with his wealth. In 2019, 2 armored money trucks, bullion vans, were seen going into his house, coming out of his house. Where did that money go?
No. Point. Did you see the money? Or those who reported, did they see money inside the bullion van?
Was there no money in the bullion vans?
How am I to know?
You said it was money in the vans at the time. 2023, February.
But there is only one person in Nigeria who is alleged to have moved money through bullion vans, and that person is on their ballot as the presidential candidate.
On the eve of the presidential elections, 2 cash-laden bullion vans, your words, were seen on the premises, which was ostensibly for vote buying. Your words, January 2022, 2023. Have you just disowned everything you've said in order to work for this president?
What you just said now, I want to put it on record on my own honor. That's not what I said.
Leaders. Oh, thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their agenda.
What you just said now, I want to put it on record on my own honor. That's not what I said.
Mr. Daniel Bwala, why did you go for that interview? In my humble opinion, you had no business on earth going for that interview. Not only did you make the regime that you're trying to speak well of look bad, you also made Nigeria as a whole look bad.
Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Policy Communication, Daniel Bwala, has denied ever accusing the president of creating a militia to influence the 2023 elections.
But when we have, these days, we have political jobbers who just want to sing the praise of anybody that is going to, butter their bread or probably even buy them the bread itself. That's where you find the likes of Daniel Bwala. You remember what our former president Olusegun Obasanjo said about one of the foremost politician in Nigeria, that if you offer him food, he will spill anything. So you can see what it means for a man who is supposed to be a legal luminary, who is supposed to be someone that has, that is an author, is found being, genuflexing over, things that are very, very shameful and disrespectful, that does not speak well of anyone who understands what it means to be in the position where he is. Denying reality does not help us to solve the problems of Nigeria. I think APC and all of their supporters need to learn that Nigeria cannot live in denial. We cannot survive in propaganda. And now they've taken our shame from our local level to international level. They went to disgrace themselves. They went to disgrace the party. They went to disgrace the president, on the international level. It was an eyesore. People there were watching and they couldn't even believe themselves. I mean, the audience were literally laughing at our shame on the national scale. And I think that at this point, Daniel Bwala should just, keep his mouth somewhere and cover his shame under the pillow and not come out to say anything again, because there is no coming back from this. There is no way he can recover from this kind of shame that he has put up upon himself, upon the party, upon the president, and even upon our nation. It is disgraceful, to say the least.
All right,
if there was any little respect left for Nigerians abroad, left for the green bag, that's Nigerian passport, international passport, it has just been destroyed. Sad to say. These people have no shame, and that's why they say you cannot shame the shameless. They can lie, they can gaslight, they just, oh God. This is why I like playing this, my favorite clip, this video from this cool child. I mean, he's the prophet of our time. He has seen tomorrow. He feels what every Nigerian feels, that these elites would do nothing but drive every Nigerian to abyss. This is just a shame. This is terrible. Dale Bwala, the Judas Iscariot of our time. You are worse than Reno or Mercury. You are just terrible. And I think you should resign. If you have any honor to that your name, resign.
Leaders that have turned out to be bunch of thieves, contractors, betrayers, countrymen, and have come from the opposition voters, the elected one. I beg you, Baba God, scatter them, destroy them, including Enjik and Adi, that try to...
Thanks for being with us in the arena. Like the famous American writer will always say, be well, do good work, and please, do keep in touch. Until we meet again in the arena, is Chris Diggers in Open Whispers. Thank you.